Hey, good morning. So today, my goal is to put. Oh, so here's another story. When I was down at Doug's getting the electrical done, his wife had to run to Home Depot for some materials, which is where I had bought those windows in Keene, New Hampshire, and they live like 15 minutes away. So I asked her if she would mind picking up another one because this one came through broken. She graciously said yes, she would. And so picked it up. I'm going to try to put this in today. And then I'll get, hopefully, the corners prepped, build those. Those are going to be coil stock bent to form a corner, so it won't need any painting. But we do have to paint the siding. What I bought was unprimed spruce clapboards. Super nice stuff. It's almost not free, but it'll have a really nice grain. So we're going to stain it cedar, and I'd really like to get some of that on. I threw my back out, so I'm kind of hobbling around. I have an appointment tomorrow with a friend of mine. He's a physical therapist. He was able to squeeze me in, like so. I should be in better shape after after that appointment tomorrow. So before I put that window in, I'm going to start staining some clapboards so they can be drying, because that's just a process. The sun is just coming out over the trees. It's going to be a great day. So let's get to staining some clapboards. Hey, here we are. First look, cedar. So I just spent probably 5 minutes stirring this all up because a lot of the pigment had settled to the bottom. When you're doing clapboards, it's important that you continuously, well, not continuously, but through your staining project, keep it stirred up. Keep things stirred up, you know? I'll be using a roller. That's probably obvious to put it on with. That works really well. All right, I'll just set the can over here. I won't even bother covering it because I'm going to be dipping more. So I won't bore you with all of this, but I did want to show. This was a damaged piece. The forklift caught it, so they didn't charge me for this one piece. But I told them I can use parts of it, but so I'll just stain the good part. I think Kaya hears a dog coming. So it begins. It's a semi-transparent. This is an older roller. I hope that it loosens up. It's not rolling real well. Generally, I'll just roll out all the way across there and then do one roll back through. Make sure I've got everything. So I'll do the edges first. And then on top to get it so there's no like build up. There. One out of a lot. Okay, I have the window all trimmed out. That's all set. The door is all trimmed out on the outside. Now I'm going to make the corners, and I'm going to make them out of strapping and then cover it with metal. So I just need to get a measurement hooked onto the soffit right there. 108 3/4. So this is what I did. Let me show you. What I have is 4 16-footers, 1x3 strapping. So the back is taller, obviously, than the front. And so if I take 108 3/4 out of each one of these 4 for the 2 back corners, the remainder will be long enough to do the 2 front corners. the numbers work out. So I'm going to cut 4 of these at 108 3/4. Okay, so I've cut these all to length. What I'm going to do is I'll run one side up tight to the soffit, and I'll use this. I'll rough line it up, and then where I've started to screw, I'll just put my square across and pull that up to that. I might also mention, when I went to the lumber yard, I had them open a new bundle. They come in a pack of 10 because the others had really already, if these are unbundled, they just warp and twist. So they were kind enough to just give me some good ones. So let me do one more, and then I'll show you, just demonstrate what I'm going to do. So that I can get the corners up the same. Run that out. Bring the strapping right to it. So after I do that all the way down through, I'll take this other one, bring it up here, and we want it, or I want it, flush to the inside of this strapping. That way we've made, measurement-wise, they'll be the same. It'll be 3 inches by 3 inches, because these are exactly 2.5. So that works out good. Hey, since I'm here, why not put a screw in right now? Good idea. These are really nice straight pieces. This strapping splits real easy, so I came down quite a bit so that it hopefully won't split. I'll do it one in each side where I put a screw here, so I'll come over and put one on that side. Now to hold it better, I'll put one halfway on each side. A lot of you ask screws versus nails, why? Here's the battery died. Here's the perfect reason why. I didn't have any nails this length, and I had screws. The screws will hold it really well, and they're all going to be covered. So that's why I did what I did. So I got to go get another battery. So I got ahead of myself a little bit. I can line it up by eyeball, but I would rather use a square. Unfortunately, I put this piece on, so it should flex out enough. Yeah. Okay, that's good. That square should fall out any minute. That looks really good. What's next, you ask? Funny you'd ask. Next, we're going to bend metal to wrap that. So let's go do that. Before I go bend it, I need to know the measurement. So if I put the square here and I measure from this point to this point, that's 3 1/8, 3 1/16. And then, it's the same. Okay. Okay, and then the thickness is 3/4. So it'll come, what those two measurements were, the 3 1/8, I think it was. Yes. So it's going to be 3 1/8, both sides, and 3/4 back will be the measurement. All right, I wrote I wrote out those measurements. This is looking down on the corner. It's going to be 3/4, 3 1/8, 3 1/8, and 3/4. And that adds up to 7 3/4. So we'll cut some at the length was 108 3/4. So we'll pull that out and cut it. And again, these have I have a tape all the way down through here that I can pull it to there, cut it, and it's perfect. I'm using up coil stock that I had. This is terracotta on the back, white on the front. So 108 3/4. Right there. I actually went a 16th over, so I'm sure I cover the strapping. Okay. We'll save the remainder for any small things that we might have to make. So now we're going to pull these out for the cut at 7 3/4. Then when we cut them, we'll just leave these out as a table for them to sit on when it comes out. There we go. Two corner, one corner. This one's leftover, so I'll save this for when we do the front corners. Or the shorter, I should say shorter corners. So the first bend is really hard because it's 3/4 of an inch, and that is the absolute least that you can bend on this. This point right here is 3/4 of an inch for a bend. With a little bit of tension. All right, so now we bend that. Now I'll pull it out to 3 1/8. This has markings for a bend, but it only goes as small as 3 3/4, and I need 3 1/8. So it just means measure. I can do that. Okay, we'll bend that. And I'm over bending. Normally I'd bring it up 90 degrees, or that's what you'd want. But I went a little more so that when I put it on, it'll snap in place, ideally. Actually, this will work good. I'll do, I can measure it this way. That I don't know, so mumbling. There's going to be 3/4 left over inside. This one I bent facing out. I'm going to pull out 3 1/8, and then what's left over will be 3/4. It'd be a little easier to do it that way. Here it goes. Let's see how it turns out. There it is. I think it worked. Looks good. So my super genius math skills fell short. Apparently, I needed some strapping 16 feet, 2 inches. I'm just going to hold it down to the bottom, and that will be fine at the top. Hey, this is a fun. This part shows up really nicely. Hopefully, it snaps in well. A little trick I stumbled on like 10 years ago. We were doing a job doing the same exact thing, And someone had brought us an apple pie from down the road for some reason. And they brought an old spatula. They said they didn't need it back, but it's plastic. And it's a really fine edge. So it works good to slip it in underneath if need be. I don't know if I'll need it, but I have it here in my tool belt. So this 3/4 inch piece here is just going to hook over there. Hopefully I can just pull it over onto this side, and then we'll just work it down through. After it's all in place, I'll put a trim nail. Oh, that's going to work perfectly. Okay. Okay, yep. Good. Oh, that's a perfect fit. As a DIYer, I must be impressed. I still haven't recovered from that statement. Whatever. Okay. Rambling. And it pushes up, it slides up and down. Not real easily, but now I can just put a trim nail at the bottom. These have locked it in. Beautiful. Now we can do the front one, and then we're ready for siding. I'll try to get you a little close-up of this. So again, this little piece will hook into that, and then I'll just pull it around and snap it in. Actually, a vinyl siding tool would work probably a little better because it's like a J hook on the end, and you can slide right down through there. Okay, so I switched to a roofing nail. Just enough to pull that out. You can see it catches right there a little, so you just, oh, nice. Good. And then I can just push it up right there. Wow, we are ready for siding. Good. So once it's snugged up, I'll just put a nail here, one on that side. It won't need one at the top. When the clapboards come up against it, it will pinch it further in, and it can't pull out. What's the likelihood of catching a screw? There's a screw directly right there. There, that's all secured. Well, so I have about 20 clapboards. Hey, how do you pronounce clapboard? Some people say clairboard, clapboard, clapboard, clayboard. I say clapboard, clapboard. I say clapboard. Wow. Anyway, so I'm ready for the first row of siding, and already I'm up against a fender. So I made a template. I didn't show that, but basically I put a piece of cardboard here, and then I scribed following the fender so that it fits like that, fits perfectly. So then, now that I have a template, let me go show you what we got. So we have this clapboard like that. And I pull it just even all the way across the bottom, and it makes a really nice tight fit. I'll silicone this before I set it in there, so it's all sealed from the fender for weather. Just for the first couple of rows on this side is a little more difficult. I've cut it to length so that that's good there. I've got the fender matching up. I got the height really good. So now I need to notch out for around the doorway. Wrong side of the doorway, dummy. Knucklehead. Gonna just measure down 2 7/8. So now I'll make a notch down, come over, I'll cut this part out and it should fit right in there. Okay, after some carving and whittling, I think we're ready to go. I don't know what that's hitting. Oh, there, I guess nothing. Okay, there, perfect. Hey, we got one on here. First one. Interesting story, these nails. Let me get the box. These are 1.5" or 4D box nails, galvanized. A pound, $8.99 for 1 pound. There's a guy I know was in the same aisle looking for something, and he picked up an angle bracket, and it was $1.99 for just like tiny, and his language was a little less. Anyway, he so I got to go back and get a mortgage on my house just to buy this angle bracket. So he got his stuff and I got mine. We went up. We were heading up to the register. He was there ahead of me, and he was talking to the cashiers. Two of them says, "I need to get a mortgage just to buy this angle bracket," and they were laughing, and he was good mood about it. Then I came up and I said, "Can you tell me where I apply for a loan for nails?" It got him going. That was fun. Anyway, so let's finish this off, and we shall continue. So yeah, I'm going to hand nail all of these. The rumor is my daughter's going to come help in another day or two. There it is. Wow, nice. I can nail that one on because that one's all set. In making a template, because the fender is the same on the other side as this side, I've already made up a duplicate or another, like the opposite for the other side, and I'll just stack them in the shop until I'm ready to go. And I've pulled measurements for the studs. They're 2 foot on center, so I know right where to nail. Wow, look at that. 2 pieces of clapboard on already. Well, as you can see, it's raining. It's actually supposed to start thundering any moment. So I only got 2 more pieces on besides the starter row. It's going really well, or was till it started raining. So we're going to go inside and look at something a little more high-tech for the tiny lodge. So come on in, let's go see it. Okay, back inside. So this is the refrigerator that's going to go in the tiny house. It's a Frigidaire. It will fit under the counter, and it's 19 inches wide, so it doesn't take up a lot of room, but it has pretty good storage. There's a little ice compartment. Has a holder for cans. Should be pretty slick. So what I want to find out is how well this will work as so the tiny lodge can be off-grid, so to speak. I want to see how much power this will draw from the Picron. 3,600 watt. This is not a paid promotion by this company. So I'm turning the power on. It's currently at 97%. So I'm going to plug it in, and it gives an indicator over here with this plugged in how long it would run. And that would be continuously. Obviously, once it gets up to, or gets down to temperature, it will shut off and then come on and so on. So let's see what it's going to do. It's drawing 56 watts. Come on in a little closer. The wattage varies a little, it seems like 55 watts to 56, 57. Currently at 97% is what this is at. And it's saying if this is plugged in and runs continuously, it'll go 49 hours. So that's over 2 days of running. That's pretty cool. I like that. I kind of pictured that as being, it might run 8 hours, but that is stout right there. So I will take note of what time it is. It's currently 10:25 in the morning. I'll write that down and see exactly how long it'll go. I'll just leave it on in here in the shop. And at some point I'll make an announcement once I know for sure what it will do. Okay, to close out this video, we're back. So this has been on for 24 hours. It's kept this cold. The light's on in there. Nice. Pretty slick. So it's at 57% still. So this has been one full day, 24 hours. It's cycled around. So I know it'll run this for at least 2 days. That is pretty cool. And that's without any solar panels charging it. This will take up to, I think it's 2,400 watts input from a solar panel. Or you can just plug it into an AC outlet, either way. This is not a paid promotion. I said that before. This is not. This is going in the tiny house. Or at least an option if the people want it. They don't have to use it, and they can just plug into an AC cord, extension cord to a house or whatever is handy. So there it is. Hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment. Hey, and when you see, I was bent over like this because of my back. So check this video out of Dan coming to crack my back. All right, see you later. Have a great day. Leave a comment, hit the like button, share. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. See you later. So my back is really still out. I can't hardly do anything. I went to a physical therapist, and they helped it a little. But I was talking to Dan. He came, stopped by, and I was explaining to him what happened. And he said, I've cracked backs before and put them back in. So he's actually coming back, and he's going to crack my back. This footage may never be seen. It may be seen. I don't know. What do you think, Bubby? Who's somebody here? Somebody here? Huh?
Hey, hi again.
Hey, so I'm recording this for posterity.
If something happens, delete this.
I already said that.
I don't need anything for exhibit A.
I said this may not hit the airwaves or what the move. So I thought right here.
Okay.
So what do I do?
Cross your arms.
And pray?
Yeah, basically.
I could pray.
All right, what's up, Kyle? Ready?
How much? Like that? Is that it?
Just, yeah, ready.
Do I have to relax or anything? Or?
We'll find out. I never told anybody what to do.
Okay. That was it?
One more? I don't know what.
Wait a minute. It's not that easy. Nope. Hold it. There's got to be it can't be that easy.
Did it help?
Are you kidding me? No, I got to sit in a chair.
All right,
Wait, where's that chair?
There's a chair there. Here's a chair.
Okay, that was not nearly.
I How does this work?
I'll give you that for your services. Okay, so before, if I sit down, I cannot get up. Okay, I could not. It would be such. I'd be grunting and groaning, crying, moaning. Are you kidding me?
So, I haven't seen the bill yet, so...
So I'm going to... Wait a minute, what have I got? Hey, I got a cow. Okay, Wolf gave me this cow. No, I am not going to part with this.
No, you better not part with that.
That's incredible. I mean, when I was telling him a story about when I lived in Maine, when we first got married, it was a long time ago, I worked selling modular and mobile homes, and the technician guy, he was kind of a rough around the edges motorcycle guy. He says, "I can fix your back." And I said, "Yeah, right." He said, "No, I'm serious." So he says, do this. And he came up behind me just like Dan did. And he did it. It was more violent.
Well, I was gentle, okay.
You were. You're good at that.
Oh, look.
So, look at this. Kaya, that's great. Oh,
I got your back too, Kyle.
Sandy says, "Are you sure? Are you sure he can do that?" I said, "I'm pretty sure." He said he's done it a lot.
Yep.
So there it is. Thank you, Dan.
No problem.
And yeah, I'll give you like an egg
Yeah, all right.
or something.
Good. Excellent. Excellent.
Okay, great. Thanks. Are you kidding me?